Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Bruna, I'm your series summary channel.
Turks? What if you like this kind of content?
Don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to our channel if not.
Subscribed made this for pro video.
The episode begins with Orhun returning to the mansion. Sarah doesn't want to be away from him for a second. She tells Orhun, "If you're tired, you can lean on me." Orhun, however, agrees, saying that when women feel exhausted, they lean on their fathers, and that rule never changes. Sarah smiles at this. To take revenge on Aziz, Gürbüz captured and imprisoned him. However, at dawn, Aziz was also beside him, tied up. Gürbüz asked why he was in that condition, and Aziz responded that he had been attacked from behind, and when he opened his eyes, he found himself in that state. Gürbüz commented that they were clearly enemies. When Orhun lies down in his room, Sahra takes care of him. "From now on, I, the nurse of my father, will take care of you," she says affectionately. Orhun warns that it's time to take the medicine, but there is no water. "I'll get it right now," says Sarah, leaving the room. Hira and Orhun exchange looks full of affection. Later, Sarah returns with the water for Orhun. Aziz then tries to untie himself, saying they needed to get out of there. At that moment, a man entered. He was the boss's man. He informed them that there was only one way out, and the jobs that had been offered to them were for the company, not for them. "You betrayed us," the man said, warning that there would be consequences for that. "Orhun, do you know what happened to you?" asks Hira, and Orhun tries to sit up to say, "I think this water has healed me. I'm feeling better now." However, when he tries, the pain makes him spill the water. Sarah jokes, "You spilled the water on me," then leaves to get a handkerchief. "Orhun, you're not jealous of Hira, are you?" she teases. "My daughter loves me more," she says. Hira, on the other hand, replies, "I'm so happy. I lost my family, but now we are a family. Actually, I'm even a bit jealous," she confesses. Gürbüz then accused Aziz of being responsible for the truck explosion. The man responded that Gürbüz had accused Aziz without evidence, and that from that moment on, both were under each other's protection. Orhun also says to Hira, "When I look at you, I see how important you are to us." Hira, emotional, says, "I would have given half my life to have you with us from the start." Orhun promises her that from now on he won't feel sad, that he will be very happy, and as he leans in to kiss her, Sarah enters the room. The man untied them and left, making it clear that Aziz's plan had failed. Hira then suggests, "The water is good for Orhun, but it wouldn't hurt if he also took some medicine," and offers the medication to Orhun. Sarah and Hira devote themselves to taking care of Orhun. "If you keep taking care of me like this, I won't get better so fast," Orhun says. Sarah responds, "Get well soon, because we have many things to do together." Later, Sarah lies down beside Orhun. "I'll dress your wound, but don't worry, it won't hurt," she says tenderly. Orhun asks, "Shouldn't you look at the wound?" Hira intervenes, "Let's divide the tasks." "Sarah, I won't look at the wound, I'll just hold your hand," she says, and promises to give the materials. Then Hira and Sarah begin to take care of Orhun. Sarah instructs Hira, "If it hurts, blow on it." Orhun observes, "The little nurse is right." Gürbüz was making plans to take revenge on Aziz, but he couldn't act out of fear of the boss. He knew he couldn't hurt Aziz, but he decided he would hurt Elif to get to him. Hira starts blowing on the wound, and Sarah jokes, "If you feel sorry for him, you can kiss him." Orhun then adds, "Actually, you can kiss me if you want." And Sarah, with a smile, kisses Orhun on the cheek. Orhun, still in a humorous mood, asks, "You kissed me, but the kiss didn't disappear completely. Should I kiss you too?" He extends his cheek, saying, "I think the kiss is also for you, Sarah." Later, Sarah asks Hira, Should I make a strong soup for my father? Hira responds, do it right away. When Sarah goes to wash her hands, Hira says to Orhun, I'll do everything I can to make sure you get better. Orhun, touched, responds, it's not just Sarah, you're also healing me. Actually, I'm still suffering. Susan was waiting for Aziz. When she saw him arrive, she asked where he had been. Aziz explained that he was at work, and Susan then mentioned that many things were happening. He reassured her, saying that everything was fine. Susan then mentioned that her father's shoes were worn out and needed new ones. Aziz gave her money, asking her to buy new ones, and she was happy with the gesture. Later, Aziz called his superior and informed him of the situation. After that, he went to Elif and asked if she was praying. Elif replied that there was nothing more she could do. Meanwhile, Sarah was preparing a cake for Orhun in the mansion's living room. Hira, in the room, was making soup for him. But Sarah wanted to take care of everything for her father. So, she added black pepper and salt to the soup Hira had prepared. At that moment, Hira's phone rang. Orhun was looking for Hira. She tells him that she has a lot of work for him. Orhun also asks if he can meet my daughter. Sarah, curious, asks if he needs anything. Orhun responds that he doesn't, but that he felt a little lonely and missed her. Sarah responds that they are preparing everything at the moment. Gürbüz entered the house and pointed a gun at Elif's head. When Aziz saw this, he shouted for him to stop, but Gürbüz challenged him, telling him to watch as he shot her. Elif, desperate, began to cry. Orhun then asks if he can go to his mother now. When Hira answers the phone, she says, I miss not only my daughter but also you. Hira smiles and responds, I miss you too. Soon after, Sarah and Hira bring the soup to Orhun. Orhun comments that everything Sarah does has a magical touch. Hira adds that Sarah's hand left its mark on the soup. Sarah says she added black pepper. Orhun, savoring the cake made by Sarah, tells her that anything those small hands touch always turns out wonderful, and that one day he would make a delicious meal for Sarah that would taste like her hands. He says he loved the things she made. While Hira goes to get water, Sarah reveals to Orhun that his mother was secretly crying while he was away. Orhun responds that he was very unhappy without her, but that from now on he would be very happy. He then finishes the meal. Sarah then asks if he wants to play a game. Orhun responds that they will play many games. She then says it was her mother who taught her how to play. They start the game. When the game ends, Orhun tells Sarah that he and she are going to start a top secret mission. Sarah asks, isn't that something we should hide from my mother too? Orhun calls her my mother, and at that moment Hira enters and asks what they were talking about. Orhun explains that they were just trying to get closer to his daughter. Hira then says she'll leave them alone and exits the room. After Hira leaves, Sarah asks Orhun what to do now. Later, Orhun tells Hira his plan. Then he changes clothes and leaves the room with Sarah. Hira, seeing this, asks where they are going. Orhun responds, we'll take him on the pilgrimage. You should come too. Hira agrees and they leave. Sarah tells Orhun, sit here, I'm going. Hira and Orhun are left alone. Hira asks Orhun if he's okay. He replies, I'm fine, I'm much better now. All my days were the same before you came into my life. Since you weren't there when you arrived, I finally realized where my heart was. After everything we've been through, I found myself with you again. At that moment, Sarah approaches and takes off her rings. I found myself with Orhun, Hira, and our daughter, she says. When the rings were removed, the world seemed to stop. But now it was returning with their love. Orhun then asks, how about we continue where we left off? Hira also responds, yes, forever. Orhun places the ring on Hira's finger. Later, the boss's man called Aziz, saying the boss wanted to meet him on Friday. Aziz was extremely happy with the news, and after hanging up the phone, he immediately called his superior to tell him about the meeting. They were all excited about the situation. Later, Aziz went to Elif and told her that everything would be resolved this Friday, that he was closing one door and opening a new one. Elif was very happy to hear that.
What if you like this video? Don't forget to leave your like.
Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Subscribed. Thanks for watching until the next video.